All right, so a couple of things I want to talk about is some new insights I reached that I want to share with y'all. I haven't used social media in about 3 years, and really I just wanted to focus on living my life, doing the things that I want to be doing without influence of others. Influencers are a big deal through social media. I feel like it's easy to compare yourself to others, and it just becomes this keeping up with the Joneses for many. And I just didn't want to play. I didn't want to be a part of that game. I wanted to be intentional about my moves. I wanted to make sure that I was in contact with the people that wanted to be in contact with me. We can only fit so much time in a day. If you've made hundreds or thousands of friends, it's really hard to keep up with everybody. So some you're just gonna talk to and communicate more with others than with others. But all that to say, I'm really big on intentionality as far as how you spend your time, who you spend it with. There are many things beyond our control, but there is also so much that we can control. Every single moment that we have, we're making a choice or we're not making a choice. But life is happening no matter what. Every single second, something's happening. Music, different sounds, there's movement, there's the wind, there's your children, cars, planes. Things are happening every single second. What's really helped me be present is that I haven't been on social media. Nobody to report to. It's just been me and my thoughts and living my life and sharing it with those people that have either just been there with me, next to me, or that I've kept up with, that I reached out to or has reached out to me, and shared that with them. I have LinkedIn. It's professional focused. There's a lot of great information there, and I'm able to kind of get an idea what people are doing career wise, at least. But other than a couple of conversations here and there, it's me just digesting whatever content I've, I guess, chosen that was worthy of my time. So why am I saying all this? Because I think it's important for us to be intentional about who and how we spend our time. I think some people struggle in relationships or finding someone because perhaps there's just not enough intentionality behind it. What I mean by that is anything worth having takes work, and you want to feel like you're building alongside someone if you're choosing to engage in a partnership. Whenever you're building and they're not, that's not an opposites attracts. It creates challenges. Where is there a genuine lack of wanting to do anything and that just doesn't align with you, or vice versa? I think what's most optimal is to do what it is that makes you happy. I go about doing things my way as far as making sure I'm enjoying my work, my career, I'm enjoying my friendships, my family. I share with those that I care about and care about me. I want to share with me. So when we're together, I'm in that moment. I'm present. I'm engaged. I'm not on my phone. I'm not discussing what's on social media. I'm just there, present, ready to listen, ready to share, ready to engage in life conversations and anything else that piques our interest at that time. But those moments are very intentional. I'm not on my phone. I'm there and I'm appreciating that moment. We're both being giving of our time and our energy. And I want to respect that. And I want that time to also be respected. I feel like if you give it, you receive it. Now, there's a reason why I keep up with those that I do. We tend to be on a very similar wavelength to a certain extent. We get each other in that sense, and we can grow and learn from each other, and it's a positive relationship. You want to have more success in connecting with people? Show genuine interest. If you really want to get to know somebody, ask them about them. If you don't really care to get to know someone, then don't engage them, or you can tell them all about you because everybody loves to talk about themselves. It's harder to want to listen when we're so ready to talk about ourselves. There's nothing wrong with talking about ourselves. I think as long as the other person actually wants to receive that, and ultimately, I think it's whatever works for those two people. Some love to just listen and not say much. Others like to say a lot and not listen much. Sometimes that dynamic works for some people. I personally think what's most dynamic, more fruitful in my experience, it's where there's both. There's give and take. There's say and listen. It's supporting each other and helping each other grow. Enjoying each other's company as best as possible. We're going to have our days. But it's just being intentional about that time and that energy. Being honest with yourself. And having boundaries. If things don't feel right, pause and examine why. Try to get on the same page. Or know when to cut your losses. Protect your energy, protect your peace, protect your joy. and do your best to spread love. Love and kindness. If you have a smile on your face and you let that shine for others, you will inspire other people to smile too. Positivity is contagious. So is negativity. And so is just being so. Protect your energy. I try to express gratitude for what I have. I feel blessed, beyond blessed, and I like to give off good energy. I like to have good energy, feel good, and I like to spread it in the form of love and kindness. And sometimes we have to have tough conversations, and I'm able to separate the two. I'm able to be stern, and I'm able to have tough talks as needed. Not everything is easy in life. Many things are not. But there are certain things you just have to do. And when you have challenges in front of you, questions you want answered, you have to put the work in. You have to put the effort in. You have to be willing to dig deep, go through some tough stuff. So tough conversations, not the funnest. Rather be joking and laughing and traveling somewhere versus having disagreements and having potentially relationship impacting conversations. No. Sometimes there's certain things you don't like, or certain ways you may feel about yourself. We got to do our best to bring our best and to share our best. And hopefully you meet someone that reciprocates that energy. As you are willing to be intentional and be in the moment with who you spend your time, with how you spend your time, become observant, become curious, allow yourself to be. And if you lead your life that way, people will notice, they'll appreciate it, they will feel valued, respected. That will allow them to want to connect more with you. Hey, this person's down to earth. Oh, this person actually wants to get to know about me. Unlike so many others that just want to talk about themselves and don't even care what I have to say or think. They just want to impress me. You can impress somebody by actually wanting to get to know them, getting to know them for who they are. Otherwise, you know them from what you've heard, you know them from what you've seen, maybe on social media, or you just simply know what they look like. But who are they inside? Outside tells you about them. Absolutely, it tells you about them. How much they take care of themselves, what they value by what they wear. You can gather a lot on the outside, but you don't know who they are until you get to know them in the inside. Be intentional with that time and energy. If you're with someone, be with someone. Don't be elsewhere. If you have other things you got to tend to, go tend to them. Sometimes people are so distracted, they're not in that moment. We'll have times where we are thinking about something and it's just bothering us, and we're sharing that with someone. Stressful times, they exist. And some linger more than you would like. You gotta take that, you gotta go through that as best as you can, as healthy as you believe you can. Where you're taking care of yourself, you're taking care of those around you as best as you can. You're doing your best, but also just trusting God, having faith that no matter what, everything will be okay. If not in this lifetime, then after. But no matter what, everything will be okay. You want to build genuine relationships? Be genuine about your time with them. Listen to them. If they tell you they like certain things, pay attention as best as you can. If you know they like gifts or they've been wanting to buy something and you're in a position where you can get them that thing that they really want, surprising them. Not where you're doing it to completely win over someone's affection through buying them gifts. Like, yes, people like gifts, but simply spending money on them should not be the ultimate. Kind gestures. Buying gifts are kind gestures, but it can also be transactional, where you're just buying someone's affection. But it's paying attention. What I'm referring to is paying attention. If there are certain things that she's like, I want to have a home here, and you're not financially able to do it, then obviously don't pursue it. Or a car. If you're not in a financial position, then don't even try to buy someone that kind of gift. That would be insane. You got to make sure you're financially stable first. So stay in your lane. Most possibly stay a little bit below your lane, or as much as below as your lane as you can be. Because if you do, you know how to live with less. If you learn how to save and invest the money that you have left over and make little space for your own wants and needs, little splurge. If you have the ability to do that, that's ideal. You're building over time, giving yourself room to enjoy the little things in life, or just, whatever it is that you enjoy. Some people really love buying clothes, or people love going on vacations, whatever it may be. Allow yourself, but make sure you're always in this position where you're investing or saving some funds too. That's building over time. That's giving yourself emergency space. So stay in your lane. But yeah, if it's a 10, 15, $20, 30 item or whatever, you're dating someone and you're rich and they're rich and it's like a yacht, cool. But that's just one example. Or they've really been wanting to go somewhere and they're like, yeah, I'd like to go someday. Surprise them and say, hey, I got this tickets to this. Or, hey, what do you say we go do it? Like, that's showing vested interest. You're you're wanting to experience those moments with them. You care to want to experience those moments with them. If it's something you really don't want to do, then it could be, hey, here goes 2 tickets for you and your friend. Invite a friend of yours. But if you're open-minded and you're like, hey, I want to experience it with you, so that's dope. That's awesome. And then you can think about, well, what are some things that I've been wanting to experience and share that. Don't expect that in return, but it's those random acts. And that's on the I think some would consider that the bigger side. But the small things, I think please and thank you, holding the door, opening their door, asking them what they want, how you can please them. Be genuine about wanting to get to know them, and man, you can build something special. If you give off that energy, have that type of approach, because as much as we want to make life all about us, life is best spent with others, shared with others, in my opinion. I love doing things on my own. But man, those greatest moments of love spent with those that I love, doing things that I love. It's a beautiful thing. Peace and love. So why listen? Listen because you can learn from another. Listen because sometimes people have a tough day and they just want someone to hear them out. Let them know that you're there for them. Let them know that they can always come to you for support. But again, you can learn from others. If you're talking, what are you learning? If you're never listening, what are you taking in? If you're always giving out, what are you taking in? Listen. Seek to understand why they're saying what they're saying, why they're sharing what they're sharing. Just take it in. But be curious. Everybody has something to offer in this world if we're just willing to listen a little. Of course, we choose who we want to give that time and energy to. We put our filters up for who is worthy of that attention. We decide quickly. But if you're with someone, give them that attention. And I promise it'll be a much more fruitful discussion. I've been told this a lot. I'm present, I'm there, I give off good vibes, good energy. So I tend to practice what I preach. That's the goal, because ultimately it does feel better this way. I feel good, and I like to spread that. I like to share what's helped me, my perspectives, in hopes that it might help someone else. So that's why I say listen. Show them you're interested in them as much as you're interested in talking about you. And that'll go a very long way. And maybe you could help them, or maybe they can help you. Or you just hear a cool story that they just shared. And you'll learn about something you didn't even know. You could. Never thought of. Because you were focused more on listening or asking questions, getting to know them, getting to understand them. And you can bring your own flavor and you can have really beautiful conversations. That's what it's about. You can be anywhere, but if you have good company,
If you give off good vibes, good energy, you care about sharing that space, you respect that space, it can be a beautiful thing.